Today in this video we are going to cover the topic about Wheatstone bridge. First let us understand what is the meaning of Wheatstone bridge. It is also known as resistance bridge. The application of Wheatstone bridge is used to calculate unknown resistance by balancing two legs of the bridge circuit. The principle on which it works is called null deflection. I would first show you a diagram of a Wheatstone bridge. This is a diagram of Wheatstone bridge where four resistors are arranged in a form of bridge. Out of these four resistors, one of the resistors is unknown, and by the formula P by Q equal to R by S, you can find the value of that unknown resistance. By knowing the value of other three resistors, you can find the value of that fourth unknown resistance. But the condition for this formula to apply, the balancing, is called null deflection. That means when no current flows through galvanometer, it is said that bridge is balanced. This is the principle of Wheatstone bridge, that when no current flows through galvanometer, the bridge is said to be balanced, and in that case you can write the formula P by Q is equal to R divided by S. So this is the principle. The bridge is said to be in a balanced condition when no current flows through the galvanometer, and the mathematical form is P by Q equal to R by S. Now we are going to derive this, or we are going to prove this formula of P by Q equal to R by S. How? This is the same diagram that was shown to you here, but what I have done, I have given the names to the current. Let I be the current flowing through this branch, and at this junction it breaks into two parts. The first part is I1 and the rest is I minus I1, because I1 went there, so you are left with I minus I1. So I minus I1 is going through R, and through P I1 is going. At B point again there is a junction, so the current I1 will separate. Let Ig be the current flowing through galvanometer, so you are remaining with I1 minus Ig, that will flow through Q. And at this junction what is happening, I minus I1 is coming from here, Ig is coming from here, so they will meet at this point and will combine and flow through S. So the current flowing through S is I minus I1 plus Ig. So these are the currents that I have made in this diagram. Now the next thing that you have to do is you have to apply Kirchhoff's loop rule that was been made you understand in the last video regarding Kirchhoff's rule. So there are two loops. First is this, second is this. So I am taking direction of clockwise in this first loop, and when I'm moving in clockwise direction, I minus I1 and R, the current is coming like this, and I'm going like this. So what is happening, I am going in opposite direction, right? So multiplication of I minus I1 with R will be taken as negative. So minus I minus I1 into R, minus sign, because loop and current are in opposite direction. So when I move more further, the next current is I1 with P, and it is coming in the same direction with the loop. So plus P I1. When I move again, there is galvanometer coming, and the current flowing through galvanometer is Ig, and it is also moving in same direction with the loop. So when the direction is same, it is also positive, Ig into G. So this is your first equation. Similarly, in second loop, I am taking direction to be anti-clockwise. You can take any direction, as I told you earlier also. The direction is your choice, your opinion. I am taking anti-clockwise. So when I am moving anti-clockwise, I find out that Q and the current flowing through Q is I1 minus Ig are in opposite direction. I am going like this, current is coming like this. So this would be minus I1 minus Ig into Q multiplied by Q. So when I am going more further, then Ig and G are coming in same direction. Ig coming like this, I am also moving like this. So same direction. So plus Ig multiplied by G. When I go more further, then this resistance S, and the current is I minus I1 plus Ig. They are also coming in same direction, so again positive. equals to 0. Now the balance condition was when no current flows through galvanometer, that is Ig is equal to 0. Now if I put Ig equal to 0 over here, this becomes 0. So you are left with Pi1 minus I minus I1 into R. Now this minus quantity can be shifted to the right side. So the equation would be Pi1 equal to I minus I1 into R. Same Ig equal to 0 in this equation also. So Ig 0, you are left with minus I1 into Q. This whole becomes 0 plus Si minus I1. Now if I shift this quantity, that is I1 into Q minus, become positive that side. So Qi1 is equal to I minus I1 into S. Now if you divide these two equations, I1 cancel, this bracket cancel, you are left with P by Q is equal to R by S. So this is the proof of Wheatstone bridge, the formula of Wheatstone bridge, which is used to find unknown resistance, and the Kirchhoff rule plays the most important role in deriving this relation.